We're ready for it. Game number 2. Again, Ballistix and TheOne on Cursalo.
In before we get go for the throat, by the way. But TheOne, you know, Diablo on this map, you know, if you can get Soul stacked up, obviously W build gives you that capability in these fights. So getting that front line, staying alive is the name of the game. If you get late game, maybe we get the devastating charge out of Hehe and go into that potential combo. Feast on Fear is a good indicator that you could potentially go into that later and get more value.
Could be the direction that they end up moving here.
3, 2,
Excuse me, just got a bit distracted. Their crowd got really excited for a moment there, caught me off guard. Which, by the way, Jao, you know, not to pull away from the game, but
oh, please do,
awesome
because I want you to address it, man.
It's been an awesome crowd here for a Friday here in South Korea. I did not expect it to be a packed house. Everybody enthusiastic. I mean, half the guys are wearing jerseys of their favorite teams. It's actually insane the amount of support that we end up seeing here. You know, it is, you know, pretty much the home of esports, but it's still incredible to see it kind of come to life.
Dude, the oohs and ahs,
yeah,
good or bad, you know, like they
for
come
both
out.
sides.
Well, the Korean players go down. Like, we can be behind there, and I'm going to try and find a monitor, and I hear the, oh, I'm like, oh, a Korean player didn't make it, you know, and then you get the hype. It's so exciting to be here and to witness this firsthand. But we do have the game underway. Ballistix, obviously, you know, Snitch mentioned it. Can we identify where the gray main's going to be? SDE and team, they're actually right dead smack in the middle. We will see if that rotation comes back. We know that in 5 seconds, those siege camps spawn, and you can already see gray main making that rotation. Garrosh is going to hold fort in the middle. The lack of rotation, though, by TheOne,
concerning.
A little surprising.
It's a little concerning here.
There we go.
Phoenix is going to make the transition with the warp over the wall, but what that does do is, if you're going to go for the double camp play over the first round, they are significantly behind. Not only because the fact that Phoenix is the one making the rotation late, but it's a 2-man rotation for Ballistix, and Greymane is one of the fastest markers in the game flat out, just off of his raw DPS of Worgen form, which now you see the rotation for Ballistix. They're already starting their Knights at the time frame where Phoenix is, I mean, I'm guessing just now about to finish up his Giants.
Well, I do want to take away one thing that Snitch said that, you know, is always standout. I love to hear his insight on all the small things that you can do, and you know, it is something that TheOne is executing now. It's identify where the gray main is, and if he's top or bottom, then just have Li Ming poke down the wall. Well, conveniently, Li Ming's been able to poke down the significant chunk in that bottom lane, and we know that is the boss lane favorable to TheOne. So depending on how things go, obviously this is very early and a lot of variables have to come out, but it does give you the opportunity to soften that up, and if you do get a boss, that boss is now empowered by less structures to go through. So something to keep in mind as we do get into the later part of the game if TheOne is able to execute.
And Jay-Hal, I don't mean to sound like a nerd, but I've spent a lot of time looking at how those bosses function with 1 turret, 2 turrets, 1 wave, 2 waves, and the answer is it actually is amazing how fast it increases drastically. Because if you take your opponent's boss, for instance, only 1 turret hurts it. Hold on, talking about getting hit. That's going to be Hooligan with a fat arcane orb there sent out by Li Ming. Great, you know, kind of 4 versus 4 skirmish here. Mogul falling so very low. I'm not sure what clipped him there at the end.
I think he got vision with his Q from Raynor and an auto came over. I'm sitting there trying to watch the particle effects. I'm like, I think that was a Jimmy bullet, and on his way out he said, got him.
See you, nerd. 10 seconds out when we got that first tribute up. Well, with that dominance and that first kill from Ballistix, it's going to be a very crucial moment for TheOne. We'll see when it comes to transition as Li Ming still kind of matching the gray main throughout mid. Hooligan maybe out of position, eating the hammer there from Hugo. Nice slow and peel. So Magi ends up cycling those spells.
Li Ming having to deal with the remnants of mid lane, and I think for Ballistix, they've played around the wave so well. Blaze has the superior wave player in that matchup, so not yet making it over, but the Indomitable Hooligan that's already been used. The roots are going to go down. That's going to be Hooligan, and that is going to be the first kill for TheOne. A nice combo landing on there to SC as well. TheOne making things happen right now.
TheOne making things happen, but it comes at a cost, and I want to highlight that middle lane right now. The tribute was not delayed long enough, so actually it's not that devastating. If 1 delay had come in that trib and nobody made the rotations, losing that whole wave would have been a very big setback, and the experience gained potentially into that turret in the future is important. And then Blaze gets free damage on the bottom half. Jungha displayed 0 interest into that tribute from beginning to end. That in mind, you know, Hooligan in the initiation was definitely a bit ambitious, but Ballistix is doing a lot to make sure that that essentially is a, you know, nothing lost, nothing gained type circumstance.
Jungha had eyes on leaving. He's like, that's cool that you want to leave, and you know who's not might not be leaving? That's going to be ZJZ, but hey, he's trying to turn it. He's going to get the flip over. The Deckard Cane potions, are they going to be enough? There's going to be the lockdown the root. and the stun in return. Hooligan able to walk away, but the Muggle might not be so lucky as SC continues to walk in, but the warp out just in time.
SDE, you saw him for a moment there throw the flask over the wall. If that ends up hitting and putting in lethal range, he might be able to pull the trigger to be able to get the kill. But Muggle, excuse me, holds his own here. 11 seconds out from the tribute.
We will see things underway here momentarily, which means the next tribute will also be bottom right. So it's very important to note that rotation because the boss spawns in 5 seconds. So Ballistix will have some ways to play around this map, especially with the experience lead that they've gathered. Depending on how this goes, we'll see if a boss play is made. Maybe they get another pick. They already have the experience control, but hey, trying to make the plays.
Trying to make the plays there, but he's able to get the kite out for a moment. Hugo maybe not able to say the same for himself. Jet Propulsion going to land on the 2. Groundbreaker already locking it down and getting the first kill here for Ballistix in the fight. Muggle just getting autoed to death there, dropping the Q. CJC unable to make it out. I mean, this is just an absolute slaughterhouse here. Hey, will end up making it out of that corner, but Ballistix, just the minute that they pulled the trigger, they did not let go of anything and everything. 5 kills to 1, a full level advantage, and more importantly, the boss rotations that we see happening on their behalf, and with that 10 spike, I mean, Ballistix might put this into a very awkward situation. Curse Hollow plays unlike any other battleground, I think, in Heroes of the Storm. It functions at a very weird momentum table, and Ballistix find themselves on debatably the most profitable side of that. And it's more importantly because of the tribute spawning rotation and the 10 spike that they have. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we see ourselves at very early game.
I like this call, though. The one has to deny the potential double boss, because again, the next tribute is at the bottom right. This rotation by Garrosh and Blaze already made between Hooligan and Zhang Ha. They've got it snipped out. Good roots go down. I think the one is making the proper play here. They should get on here. They got to make sure to be able to get away, and Hugo's coming in. Hooligan does get the toss back. I don't know if they want to stick around for this with 10s here and a boss coming. They need to get it. They need to get the heck out of Dodge.
But the jet propulsion coming through along with that cursed bullet is enough to be able to get the pick, and hey, unable to kite away there. The boss will be dealt with there. Hey, I agree with you. You know, the decision making on the side of the one to be able to focus onto the boss in the first place, very well done to be able to make that happen. Honestly, I thought Hooligan was going to be able to make that rotation in time. He didn't use Indomitable on the root, but he used it instead in an attempt. I'm guessing that's because he expected to get crowd controlled off the point, but they hold on. It leads to a couple of kills here for Ballistix and another tribute. Now putting them 1 away here from Curse.
I posed the question that with Feast on Fear that we might get maybe the Devastating Charge combo with the reset at 16. I also look up at the talents. Level 7, going into basically focused attack, getting the extra damage. It functions as spell damage, so when you get the stun, you get the extra damage through spell damage, which is unique because we only see Diabolical Momentum or the W build to make sure and get the reset on that W when you do land a stun. So I'm a little surprised that we get this, because the sustainability of a Diablo between the 4-7 alone is so incredibly strong that we're seeing more of an offensive style, and I'm not sure where it comes in just yet against this team.
I get what you're saying, because I feel like when you see that adjustment, you automatically go, well, who's going to be the target that you need that bonus extra damage to get the single target one shot that is going to be justified? And with the Sail While and Listen, a lot of the tools on the Garrosh to be able to buy Peel along with the bunker available, it just doesn't seem like that is a realistic approach to these skirmishes. But we'll figure out if those auto attacks come to light there for Hey. The rotation up to this tribute is going to be very smooth there. Curse Bullet already thrown out. Hey set down to 50%. He's going to have to go ahead and heal up, wishing he maybe had that level 7 here. As he starts the channel, going to get interrupted.
Yeah, Hey does have 94 souls and can continue to climb with this build. We'll see how that goes, but they will hold on. This might be the fight that really determines a lot. That siege camp in the bottom, the remnants of that still pushing down. That can give you that 13 spike if you're Ballistix. But here we go. Hey goes in, gets the stun. Indomitable has been used. Follow up by Zhang Ha with that jet propulsion. And now Hugo, he's trying to make plays happen.
Yeah, the lightning breath coming down, but it's not going to have maybe the punch that they necessarily want. Hugo falls very low. Zhang Ha is stunned against the wall there. Not going to get the jet propulsion. Stay a while. Listen's going to come through, and the auto attacks is enough to be able to get the kill onto Urel. Twilight Dream actually goes down there, but the silence is too little too late. CGG ends up going down here. Muggle is going to be chased down by the members looking for a reset. They're trying to turn it around, but look at that. Hooligan with the 2-man taunt, sending Diablo flying.
I'm trying to figure, I'm like, is that the old man blind? Like, how in the heck did, and then into the fray. He literally tossed Magi over. He's like, get in there, old man. Lock me somebody down, get some type of control. And Ballistix just opened this up. I said, hey, look, this tribute might be something that you could snowball on. I did not expect this much, but Ballistix starting to turn it up again. They were slow to start in game one. I don't want to say they were slow to start here, but compared to where they were 2 to 3 minutes ago, it has accelerated very quickly.
I very much agree with you.
This is end potential, by the way.
It absolutely is, especially with the Giants getting the catapults on, or excuse me, the Giant and the keep on the bottom half. That is going to lead to more minions sieging towards the core here of the one, as we are only creeping the 10-minute mark. Ballistix is worried about the shielding. Hehe is going to be the focus as the jet propulsion goes through. Hehe is out for another 25 seconds. Muggle trying to kite away. Mang actually eating that cursed bullet. He will end up surviving a little bit longer as Ballistix still doing work there. Ardent Defender ends up dropping. Stay a while and listen. Hugo trying to survive. He will not be able to do so. 2 members drop, and now I think here, J-Hal, Ballistix have it. Yeah, Greymane on the core, and this should be enough. 50% and falling, and it will fall very rapidly as the minions and everything is there for Ballistix to secure a 2-0 victory, leaving a happy hometown crowd here. 1 kill in that game. The one did make some standout plays to me, Dread. It was just after they got that boss to trade out boss, seems like they stayed around a little too long and conceded so much control. They had another chance over that top tribute, but Ballistix, they are so incredibly strong here. Just plays made.